Welcome to Puzzle Time ×1. We have a very cool defensive hand today. We're going to be doing, well, let's just say the clue is uppercut. That's your clue for today. Let's take a look at our hand today. North opens 1 spade and South bids 2 clubs and North rebids 2 diamonds, showing 9 cards, 5 spades and 4 diamonds. And South says, I don't like either one of those. I'm going to rebid 3 clubs. And playing a standard American system, this would not be a forcing bid. And North gives up and says, okay, you play your clubs. So now West is on lead. And we're going to use the number rule of 17 because the opponents did make an invitational bid of 2 clubs and then signed off, right? So subtracting from 17, West has 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 high card points, which means East has approximately 8. All right, that's our starting point. And we've got 3 bid suits, so it seems like the unbid suit is the correct suit to lead. And within the heart suit, we don't have a sequence. So we start out with the 2 of hearts, 4th best lead. Now we have a dummy. Not surprised, we heard the 5 spades and we heard the 4 diamonds. North only had 4 other cards, right, in their hand, and they've got that singleton trump. All right, so maybe South is in a 6-1 trump fit. You might be asking, why did North pass? Well, anytime it sounds like a misfit, right? South couldn't support spades, South couldn't support diamonds, South went back to their long suit, at least a 6-card suit. You always want the weaker hand's long suit to play the hand. And since North had told their story by opening 1 spade and rebidding 2 diamonds, they just let 3 clubs go, right? You just stop. If you're not in forcing auction, game forcing auction, you just let the weaker hand's long suit be trump. Okay, so we've got the 2 of hearts opening lead, and we see the diamond suit as a source of tricks. The ace, king, the 10, potentially our queen could be finessable. And we watch the first trick. So 3 of hearts. Now I want to give you a peek into East hand. Anytime you have an honor surrounded in the dummy, the queen of hearts here is surrounded, you want to play your secondary honor, the jack, to guard the queen with the ace. And the jack happens to win the trick, which is telling you, clue-wise, well, who has the king? If Declare had the king, they probably would have won the jack with the king. Therefore, partner has the king. So now it's safe to cash the ace of hearts because now the queen is going to fall under the ace and the king, and continue a 3rd round of hearts, which Declare follows to. Remember, Declare only has 4 vacant spaces and they just followed to 3. And so now we find ourselves back on lead after 3 rounds of hearts. And we know South has 6 clubs and 3 hearts, right? And so 4 vacant spaces. What are the tricks? Well, not in the diamond suit. Doesn't look like it's going to be in spades particularly, and we don't want to lead a spade. If South has queen and 1 spade, we're losing our spade trick, right? We don't want to really lead a club because maybe that picks up our partner's clubs. What we want to be thinking now is, all right, we have 3 tricks in, right? The ace, king, and a 3rd round of hearts. What if, right, we need 2 more tricks. What if we create some trump tricks, develop our trump tricks? Well, there's one clear method of developing trump tricks for defenders. Actually, there's several, but we're looking at one of them, and it's called an uppercut. It's called an uppercut. And that's when you give the declare a sluff and a ruff. Now, I know you've been told no sloughs and ruffs, don't give sloughs and ruffs. When you figure out that there's not going to be any side suit winners for your side, right? The only time you give up a trick with a slough and a ruff is either Declare is able to discard a loser away, right, as partner follows, or there are no losers to be discarding away. In other words, Declare is discarding winners, right? In this case, we know everybody's out. So if we lead the fourth round of hearts, the 9 of hearts here, and dummy trumps, well, partner can trump, and declare is going to have to over trump. So there's no chance of declare getting to trump in one hand and discard in another. So whether or not declare trumps or discards, right? Declare could discard a spade or a diamond, but that doesn't eliminate any losers in their hands, right? Let's say that declare discards a spade. Now look at East hand. Focus on East hand now. Anytime you know your partner is giving a sluff and a ruff, and here's our big idea, aside from the uppercut play of the 9 of hearts, partner has to be in on the play as well. Anytime your partner gives a sluff and a ruff, leads the 13th card, in other words, knows that declare and dummy are both going to be discarding on this trick. Discarding one hand, trumping in the other, right? What we want to do is make sure that we trump with our highest trump. In this case, the Queen of Clubs. And watch what happens. I'm going to show you all the cards now. This is super cool. If the 9 of hearts is led, the sluff and a ruff, that's the beginning of the sluff and a ruff. And whether or not North trumps with the 3 of clubs or discards a spade or discards a diamond, it doesn't matter. Third hand trumps with their highest trump, the Queen in this case. And now South can either give up that trick, right? Let's say they discard. Notice that the discard doesn't help because they have the ace king of diamonds for their 2 diamond tricks and they have the ace of spades for their queen of spades, right? Discarding a diamond doesn't help declare. And that's trick number 4, partners on lead, and switches to, let's have partner switch to a spade. And now declare pulls trump. Not only does declare lose the Queen of Clubs, but they also lose the Jack of Clubs. Look at that. Look at West hand. That Jack of Clubs is a setting trick. If we go back to the Queen of Clubs play, and declare says, well, I'm going to win the ace. I'm going to win the ace and maybe the Jack will fall. So declare wins the ace of clubs and cashes the King of Clubs, and everyone follows. But look at West's clubs now. West Jack 9 of clubs. Who knew? West Jack 9 of clubs are now going to be 2 tricks, including the setting trick. Doesn't matter if South plays a club here, West wins the 9, right? If South goes about playing diamonds, right? They can go up to their ace of diamonds, their king of diamonds, cash their ace of spades, and trump a diamond back, right? It doesn't matter what club they trump with, right? West is going to follow, and they're back to leading a club to West Jack 9. The Queen promoted West's Jack 9. If we go all the way back to that Jack of Hearts, and let's say, my partner's not going to be happy if I give them a sluff and a ruff, so I'm going to lead a club. Well, declare wins the ace, cashes the king, and West is entitled to 1 club trick. It's the second club trick that's so deadly. What if West says, okay, I'm gonna switch to a diamond. Declare wins the ace of diamonds and plays a club. Now, technically they should play to the 10 and West wins the Jack, but maybe declare says, you know what, I'm gonna play the ace and the king because they do have 8 clubs between them, and the Jack wins the trick. In other words, the defenders are entitled to 1 trick with this holding. The uppercut gives away, the uppercut of leading the 9 of hearts creates a second trump trick on defense, and that's the setting trick. So let's go back to the King of Hearts and see that uppercut once again. 9 of hearts led, no matter what declare plays from the dummy. Third hand wants to trump with their highest trump. And the reason the uppercut comes in is it's a boxing technique, apparently. That's what I've been told, where the opponent knocks the boxer under the chin. Apparently a very violent play, but I don't know. I'm not a boxing aficionado. But here we're forcing declare South to over trump with the king, thereby creating the second club trick in the West hand. All right, that does it for us for our puzzle time ×1. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, Donna@playbetterbridge.com. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.